video about elephant, I promise you to talk about causes of conflicts. So today we are going to discuss more. You're watching Creation videos. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. You have to click the subscribe button and bell icon to see my new videos. During the past few centuries, forest area was reduced due to cultivations, depriving elephants their natural habitats. The lands consist of mountainous and valleys or rolling lands with highlands and low valleys. Over the centuries, topsoil from mountains and highlands got washed off due to rain and sediments were deposited in valleys. These fertile valleys support lush vegetation and provide most food to elephants. During development schemes, the lands below the irrigation canals were located to settlers, and mountains and highlands with poor soils were earmarked as animal sanctuaries. But none looked into the ability of the highlands to support animal needs. Along with the reduction of the forest area, the quality of forest that produced food for the elephants and other animals reduced due to human action. With the increase in human population, demand for timber increased, which were obtained from the forest. Today, timbers as tan and ebony with their 200-year maturity are almost extinct. Hardwoods take long years to mature. They also make low demand from the soil, fertility, and even water. The grain patterns of their wood, a result from the dry and wet spells the tree underwent over the long growing period. Today, most popular timber varieties have disappeared from forest, while our indigenous valuable trees have disappeared. Spaces they occupied were replaced by fast-growing and quick-multiplying thorny invasive plants, mostly imported to the country as ornamental plants. Today, most of our forests consist of shrubs devoid of tall trees. During colonization, landless families were settled in development schemes. After decades, with children grown up and raising families of their own, original lands are insufficient. They encroach into low fertile valleys, depriving elephants from their food supply. While villages encroach into forest, authorities under political pressure turn a blind eye. When elephants enter their traditional lands, villagers complain and demand electric fences to keep elephants at bay. Even the elephant corridors are not safe from encroachment. Grass are a major component of elephants' food and is found mostly inland, undergoing periodical floods, also reservoir beds when water levels go down. Cattle farmers have found convenient to drive their cattle into traditional elephant grasslands, depriving elephants their food. Forest being deprived of their tall trees for human needs. Their slow growth gives rise to gaps being filled with shrubs. The eating habits of elephants reduce foliage of consumable plants. Meanwhile, non-consumables, especially thorny shrubs, continue to expand. Currently, most forests are being filled with thorny shrubs. last century, Sri Lanka has established probably the widest wildlife conservation areas in Asia, most located in the low country dry zone, where human pressure was not serious enough to prevent the recovery of elephant numbers. The recovery was slow at first, but under the management of the Department of Wildlife Conservation, the number of elephants seems to have picked up. The DWS has identified several areas where the elephant-human conflict has become serious and has adopted following conservation measures to mitigate the conflict. Elephant differences. Establishment of new national park and increasing the size of conservation areas. Establishment of elephant corridors. Habitat enrichment of elephant areas to enhance capacity. Translocation of elephants to less populated areas. Electrical fencing. Excite conservation and breeding program. Control poaching. Today, conservation efforts are in full force to protect the species. Under the Sri Lankan law, the penalty for killing an elephant is death. Although killing of an elephant could bring death penalty, never has been an occasion when a culprit was brought to court. Although the entire village is aware of the gunning and the uses of hakkapatas, if the Gram Sevaka is requested when the elephants are attacked or when forests are set on fire, some control of elephant killing could be averted. While elephant numbers remained comparatively high, their food supply has decreased drastically with the loss of their habitual grounds due to deforestation, irrigation schemes, human settlement and encroachment. Many reasons are brought out for elephant attacks on village settlement, but the most important reason is not even mentioned. The gradual reduction of availability of food to elephants due to widespread encroachment of mostly thorny, fast-spreading invasive plants into jungle, shrub to low and even highlands of the country. This aspect has not been raised even by the environmental organizations. Our entire country, jungles, shrubs, household gardens, marsh and even the Horton Plains has been invaded by invasive plants. Some of them are commonly known by Sinhala names, giving the impression of being indigenous plants. For example, Velata unknown glabra originated from West Indies. Common factor in all above are being thorny and are not consumed by an animal, and they are fast spreading. Basic reason for the conflict in the shortage of food to elephants result from clearing of jungles, removing valuable jungle trees and plants, encroachment of low fertile valleys by villagers, taking over of natural grassland by cattle, farmers and poorly planned elephant corridors. To prevent further complication of the problem and to avoid elephant attacks on village settlements, further engrossment of lands by farmers need to be completely stopped and the villages heavily subject to elephant attack need to be relocated. Although the move even on enriched land would be heavily resisted by villagers and some politicians. But the most important reason is the enroachment of thorny, invasive shrubs filling the void created by felling of trees and clearing jungles. As these invasive shrubs are not consumed by animals, their growth continues unabated with their prolific multiplying character. These invasive plants are not confined to jungles, but have spread over the entire country. The complete destruction of these plants is an urgent necessity to safeguard our environment, agriculture, and to provide food to elephants, wild animals, and cattle. The threat created by the invasive plants is the heaviest environmental damage the country had undergone but was not recognized. Their eradication and the replacement with indigenous plants would involve producing and planting millions of plants in wide variety would be beyond the capacity of any private or government agency. The only possibility is the mobilization of the government armed forces who would have to face a bigger enemy than the LTTE, and elimination of the enemy may take over 30 years. Considering that leftover roads could repair with the next rain, the task would be the responsibility of Ministry of Environment, who also happens to be the commander of the armed forces. Hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. See you on my next video. Bye bye.